So in 5 minutes, I'm going to try to give you a few things. 3 solutions to climate change, a couple confessions, and a secret to saving the world. Let's pack it all in. Remember, into this, the best price of admission you've ever had is the secret to saving the world. But first, I have a confession, and I think it's fitting given what we just heard, and that's that I really, really love women. You know, I should probably be more specific, though. It's hard to say in public, I love mothers. And Mother Earth, they get shit done, as we talked about earlier. And Mother Earth is telling us right now, we're heading in the wrong direction. And we got to get in balance because we're really stuck in a bad relationship right now. And we need to change that relationship we're in. So I'm going to talk briefly about a story here that touched my life. A few years ago, I went to the Eastern Congo with an amazing, amazing woman named Eve Ensler, who inspired me to try to help give a hand up, not a handout, to the women of the Congo, whose lives have been literally, physically, and mentally, emotionally destroyed by our addiction to electronics and our need for rare earth minerals known as conflict minerals that come from this part of the world. Things are changing, but the armed militias that use that control the populations through rape and atrocities, to be able to control those rare earth minerals, to be able to fuel their wars, to be able to take back some political power, whatever they're striving for, to keep themselves in power, are really, really critical. And these women touched me because when we went there to open the City of Joy that Eve helped the women of the Congo build, they danced. They sang, despite what had been done to them to control this resource. And so if we're stuck in a bad relationship with Mother Earth, this is the place where it all comes together more than any other place, because we're plundering women and we're plundering the earth, and we need to find and reclaim that balance. So what am I doing? Well, I think there are 3 solutions to climate change. We don't need to talk about the problem. We know it well. I see 3. One is citizens. We need citizens to take responsibility for a corner of their world that connects to the bigger issues in the world. This amazing individual you see on the screen right now is a woman named Bronte Velez. I started something called Citizen E. It's a little side project I do where I go out, raise money from friends, and try to find individuals making a difference in their community. And Bronte's story was she lost a friend to gun violence in Atlanta. She wanted to, for the 50th anniversary of Martin Luther King's assassination, to plant trees. But you know what she wanted to do with how to plant those trees? She wanted to take guns, melt them into shovels, and plant those trees. And that's what she did. Yeah. Find her and give her some love. She's running a project called Led to Life. So, second solution, cities. This is City Hall in Los Angeles. You might remember it from Dragnet or other movies. It's, one of the better-known city halls in the world because of Hollywood. But I went to work for the mayor of Los Angeles about 5 years ago as the first chief sustainability officer, and we set about how do we help LA to become the leader. It's the epitome of sprawl and traffic and pollution, but we're making a difference in Los Angeles by creating a truly sustainable city and a comprehensive sustainable city plan that I helped the mayor put together, and hopefully is a model for others to rip off and share and put into place in their community, because it's not just about climate change, it's about housing, it's about economics, and it's about how it all works together. And in that process, we created an organization of mayors across the United States that first were trying to put some wind at the back of President Obama going into the Paris Climate Agreement negotiations. Instead, when President Trump got elected, or he shall not be named, I just broke my rule, became the climate mayors, and we rose up and they said, we're going to adopt the Paris Climate Agreement in our community. And we went from 70 mayors the day he announced that in the Rose Garden, 24 hours later, 170 mayors who said they were going to do it, and now there are over 400 mayors across the United States who said they're going to adopt the Paris Climate Agreement. Next, citizens, cities, and clean tech. So then a year ago, I moved to run this organization that's housed at this amazing campus. Garrett's been there. I think Isaac's been there. And if you haven't been, when you're in LA, please come visit. I'll loan you a hot desk for the day to work. You can stay in my house if you need to. But this is an amazing 61,000 square foot facility, actually owned by the city, to advance clean tech solutions and help clean tech entrepreneurs create the solutions we need to fight climate change. So one of the most exciting we have is a company called Ampair. They're creating electric airplanes by retrofitting Cessna airplanes by putting an electric motor. They're testing it by the beginning of next year. It'll be the largest electric airplane in the air, but when they do that, it'll carry 8 passengers, 80 to 100 miles, but they're not going to wait 10 years for their first purpose-built plane. They're starting now. These are some of our companies, and we're focused on impact, of course, not just environmental impact and economic impact. We're really focused on how to empower women and underrepresented communities to be the next entrepreneurs of the future. One of the other things we're doing to show how collaboration can work is we brought together the Air Resources Board, the most important regulator in the world right now, given their fight against Trump and the White House, to keep ability to regulate carbon in place. And so we came together with them, the mayor, the county, the Metropolitan Transit Authority, 3 utilities, and said, we're going to go further, faster, and by 2028, when the world arrives for the Olympics, and hopefully some of you, in Los Angeles in 2028, that you can move freely throughout the city by walking, biking, of course, but all emissions-free. Every form of transportation, every mode will be emissions-free. That's our goal. I want to tell you how this all came together. Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005, destroyed this great city of New Orleans. I put together a crazy idea of how we could rebuild the city to be the first green city in America. We greened the schools, we helped people green their homes. But along the way, I met this guy you may recognize in the middle, Brad Pitt. But the person that really matters in this photo is the woman in the middle, Pam DeShield. After the storm, she said to her neighborhood in the lower 9th Ward, let's rebuild our neighborhood to be the first carbon-neutral neighborhood in the world. And now there are more LEED Platinum homes in this city, in this neighborhood of the lower 9th Ward than any other city in America. Not because of what I did, not because of what Brad Pitt did, but because Pam DeShield had the courage to put that idea forth to her neighborhood and rally that support that made all that work possible. And this is the project I helped them build in the lower 9th Ward. So God bless Pam. She's truly a citizen entrepreneur. Now, punchline. New Zealand has always led the way. We need you, New Zealand. We need you to wake up the world to continue this fight against climate change. You're small but mighty, and the world needs you now more than ever, just as in the women's suffrage movement, just as in anti-nuclear, and just as in the rights of nature. We need you now because we don't want this to happen in Wellington. We need to hit this goal by the time of 2050. So it's no small task. So given I'm way over, I'm going to give you the secret to saving the world now, but you'll have to stand up. Ready? Yeah. Okay, put up your right hand and repeat after me. Secret to saving the world, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go all blacks. All blacks. Sorry, wrong one. Little pandering there. All right, repeat after me. I love my home. Now give the person next to you a big hug. And remember, left hand up, left arm up. Come, give them a big hug. We need our hugs. All right, that's enough hugging back there. It's a little too much hugging. All right, so the point of this is if we want future generations to have a world even close to the beauty we're surrounded by today, we need to choose love over fear, and we need to work together to figure this shit out because we either can go big or go home, so let's go big. Thank you.